Well, good morning. It's Jennifer. I feel like we need to lower you a little bit. I am looking for raven this morning. Here are pigeons, and there were just a whole bunch of ravens. It looks like they're right there. There's some flying overhead right now. They are returning, one coming right here to the city from their roosts, and we are going to spend the morning birding today. I am still looking for the famous Anchorage white raven that was here last year. It was a fledgling, and there are many of us here in Anchorage, Alaska, that are hoping to get a glimpse of that bird again and spend time photographing it. So there's a lady so there is a Facebook page dedicated to that bird. It's called Anchorage White Raven Spottings. And there's a wonderful journalist on there who spoke with a biologist who did tracking. So locally, we have raven here year round. They're all over the state year round. But there are migratory raven that live on the Kenai Peninsula south of Anchorage, and they migrate to Anchorage for the wintertime because there's easy pickings, easy food here. And anyway, this particular biologist tracked those migratory raven. Now, last year, the white raven and family, because it was still fledgling, were here. It was first photographed, I think, October 20th of last year, which was 2023. So we are now November 3rd. I think it's November 3rd or 4th today. So basically, the biologist said that we have about a 2-week window that basically, first of all, for the raven to fly from this Kenai Peninsula here to Anchorage, it's about only a 2-hour flight. So basically, he was like, the raven could return at any moment, and it's really not that difficult. And we have until about the middle of November for the white raven to return to this particular area, which is the neighborhood of Spenard in Anchorage, Alaska. Because it's not a mated pair, they don't have their pairs until they're about age 3. So the white raven would be entering into its second year. It's in its now second year. That basically it could return to this territory, or it could be a little rogue. So who knows? So I am out and about early. I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of the raven. I I hope that we'll get lucky enough to see it. It was just fun. I've mentioned this before in other videos that there was just the best community that came around and came together here in Anchorage. It was such a wonderful wintertime activity and something we all enjoyed. So we're going to go out birding. I hope to get some great raven footage and other wonderful birds here. And then I've got some different errands to run. And so we'll hang out today, and I hope you will enjoy spending the day with me, and maybe we'll find some good raven footage. Okay. Yeah, so we are at the Anchorage Water Waste Utilities building, which is the hot spot for birds here. And of course, there's birds that they're in all over the city, but this is definitely a hot spot area. It's a little bit later. I didn't even realize that today was time change. I'm a new YouTuber. If this is your first time watching a video, I'm only about a month and a half old of doing YouTube, something I had wanted to do for 5 years, and I'd put it off for so long. And I finally stepped into it, and I've just been going 100%. I did a 30 video challenge, which was a lot of fun. It was really hard and difficult, but it got me in front of the camera. That was the biggest thing. I had such a fear of getting in front of the camera. In fact, so much so, I always thought that I would just do those like faceless videos. But oh, there's a raven right over here who's making some sounds. Let me see if we can go over there. But anyway, I've been so busy just in my mind and trying to get into a schedule that I didn't even realize today was time change. So I'm a little late in getting out for the birds today. Mhm. Here are the cute little pigeons that are always here every day, at least this group of pigeons. Yeah, I think most of the ravens are already in and around the city, the busy areas. So maybe we'll go ahead and look at all the snow, by the way. There wasn't snow on the ground just a few days ago. Oh, I think I hear a bird. Do I hear another raven? Oh, I do. All right. Well, we are away from the utility building that we were part of. You know, by the time I got there, because of time change, the birds were already gone. There were just a few there, but I am about to eat. So I am right next to a wonderful little fast food joint. I guess you could call it local. It's called Wee Bees. This is backwards because I've got you facing toward me, but can you kind of see what it would look like? So they are known for making their burger buns homemade. Their burgers, like everything fresh and homemade, nothing frozen. And I got their half-pound grilled onion cheeseburger. Let me see if I can show it to you. Oh, have you guys seen the movie The Menu with Anna Joy Taylor? It's a really great movie. I love a good thriller. I like my movies a little bit darker. Now I do enjoy some Pixar and some lighter movies, but I really do love sci-fi movies, and I love kind of mysterious movies. I don't mind a good horror movie, but The Menu is really, really great. And in there, there's a burger that's a feature toward the end, and it makes you want a burger so desperately when you watch the movie. And then I also got, and I've been fasting, so it is 1:40 p.m. And so I have been fasting. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I had my collagen, so I have 30 grams of collagen every day. And how I do it too is I dissolve it in water, and then I have to let it dissolve completely clear. I use the Vital Nutrients collagen brand, and I let that dissolve completely, so 30 grams, so it's 3 scoops. And then I have my cup of coffee ready to go, and I put half and half cream in there. So I guess you could call it like a dirty fast, I think they call that, like where you're not only doing water. And then but basically no sugar. So I'm not ingesting anything that'll raise my blood sugar. And then I let that collagen completely dissolve, and I chug it. And I kind of like, you know how you can kind of like plug your nose without like plugging your nose? You kind of just like do it inside. I internally plug my nose and I chug that collagen because it smells and tastes disgusting. I don't care who you are. It's nasty. And then I chase it with my coffee, and that's the way I get it done. I've been looking forward to these onions. I don't know, like the past 6 months. Now, I've always loved onion rings. I love onions. And I love onion rings. But lately, I have just been on an onion ring kick. So I thought we would chat and eat. So earlier today, when we were at the water waste utility, because of time change, I was just too late getting there for the birds. I hadn't thought about that. And there were a few raven flying all around. There are raven all over the city right now. I did not see the white one. I am going to drive around in some different parts of town just to see if maybe it has taken up residence in another area. I don't know. It could be anywhere in the state. Who knows? But I ended up filming an impromptu video on empty nesting. Or I should say I tried to. Learning how to be a YouTuber is such a different experience. I had absolutely no experience when I started this channel. So it's only about a month and a half old. And I did a series on here, which I'm still continuing to add to. I'm just adding some ketchup to it. I'm doing a series where I have it titled How I'm Starting a YouTube Channel in Midlife with No Experience. And I'm just doing different parts. I talk about different topics. And it is really difficult, but it's fun though. I'm really enjoying it, but it is challenging me. It is challenging every aspect of me, which is also exciting. I think when you embark or you embark on a project, a journey, a transition that is challenging, and it gets you out of your comfort zone, you grow so much. And I have been growing. So I actually ended up filming this video, and I ended up having to do it in clips because there kept being these interruptions. And I'm doing it on empty nesting. I am an empty nester. I am still a full-time homemaker, but I actively raised and homeschooled my children for 30 years, and my youngest is now 21. And so I'm no longer in that phase. And I really want to talk about empty nesting. And in fact, so when I first started this channel, I originally was going to call it The Full Empty Nest. But I thought that that sounded almost too like active. Which I love my channel name, The Introverted YouTuber. It used to be The Introverted Homemaker, because originally I never saw myself getting out of the house to film videos. But I discovered that I actually liked getting out of my house and sharing Alaska and different parts of my city with you. That, you know, The Introverted Homemaker, because originally when I did pick that name, I thought, well, maybe I won't even be out of my house at all, because originally it was going to be The Full Empty Nest. But then I thought full sounded like almost too much activity. I am more an introverted, reserved soul. You know, I'm not like really bombastic or full of energy and life of the party. I'm just more reserved. I'm more introverted. So I thought like The Full Empty Nest, although a great play on words, I didn't want it to give maybe a wrong impression with the name. So then I thought, okay, the Introverted Homemaker, because I originally only saw myself in the home. But because of circumstances, when I first started this channel, and I got into a 30-day challenge, kind of unexpectedly, that became like a deadline. You know, I committed to 30 videos in 30 days, and I stuck to it. But I'm not comfortable recording in front of my family. And my husband ended up being sick, which forced me out of my home, which meant that I had to learn how to film outside of my home. And I discovered that I really enjoyed it. I still film in my home. If you've seen any of my other videos, I do some at home, and I also do some out. But anyway, so I've been really wanting to do a topic of the empty nest. And then I thought that I would call that playlist The Full Empty Nest, because empty nest is difficult. So this morning I wrote down a whole bunch of ideas and topics. So I was at that water waste utility place, and I'm like, oh, it's quiet. Let me go ahead and you know, I already know kind of what I want the introduction video to be. So I was about 5 minutes into that video when I noticed that there was a gentleman behind me. Not like right behind me, like physically, but just a little ways away from where I was. And I was there talking and obviously recording. And he was in my video. He was taking pictures, I think, of the birds, I guess. He was actually there when I was there earlier in the week. I don't know if he's also out looking for the white raven. I didn't engage in conversation, so I had to stop that video there. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll do another take. And then, oh, there's a raven. All right, I'm going to turn you around. There is a raven right in there. See, I'm trying to get us comfortable here. All right, I'm going to get rid of a couple of my precious onion rings. And let's see if it will entice any creatures. And also, I'm wondering if I was to also, I've got a little bit of a soggy bun. Okay, let's see if that will entice anybody. All right, well, I am at the library right now. I thought I would come here and see if I could see any raven flying this way. And it's just been kind of a quieter day, cloudy, overcast, a little snowy, just kind of quiet. But as I was saying too before we got to watch those ravens, weren't they fun to watch? The ravens never did get their onion rings. That magpie took all the food and it cached it in the bushes that were all right next to the road. I mean, that little magpie was as brave as could be and was quite successful for his efforts. But anyway, so as I was saying when I was recording, you know, being a YouTuber, a new YouTuber too, something that I'm doing in Empty Nest now, is been exciting and fun, and boy, it's really stretching me. I feel like that lighting is not doing us any favor. We are losing light because it is evening time. I'll try to keep what little light there is, that's better. But anyway, so when I was filming that video on Empty Nest, which is a very important topic to me because I am in it, you know, there was the gentleman that was in the background. So I'm like, oh, I'll just edit that out and because I had to stop the video and I'll just start again. So I started again and continued on. And then here in Anchorage, we got like 2 feet of snow. And over the past couple of days, there have been all the plow trucks out. And there was a big like city truck, loud, that started working like right next to the parking lot that I was in. So I had to stop again. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'll just edit it again. It'll be like all these different parts. Then there were sirens going. And, you know, I just had to say, you know what? Good effort. It was a good effort, but I think we need to redo that. So that has been my day. And actually, I can't believe how late it is. It's closer to 5 p.m. And I'm not sure exactly where the day went. I have no idea. But it was fun to see the ravens while we were eating. This week is going to be a pretty busy week. So for the next couple of weeks, I am going to be prepping for a nose surgery that I'm having. I'm having some medical work done inside. And then I'm getting my tip done, which I'm going in for revision. This nose cosmetically has been worked on. And this was not the desired results. So I've got what I want to do as a new YouTuber. I want to keep on schedule with my channel. So I want to do some batch recording. And then I want to document my nose recovery. I've had a lot of surgeries in my lifetime. I've had spinal fusions. I've had an abdominoplasty. I've had trigger finger surgery, both hands this year. I've had double carpal tunnel surgery. I've had several things done, and I always love to go to YouTube and watch people's recovery. I did it for tiplasty, and I want to do my own, so I'm really excited that I have a YouTube channel and I could do it now. So I plan to document that, and I'll take you along with me with some of my different daily vlogs and what I will be up to. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I feel like it was just kind of a quieter day, kind of a quieter vlog type of day, but I hope that you enjoyed it, and that you enjoyed hanging out together. I certainly did, and I hope that you have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening wherever you may be. And I think it's time for me to go home and call it a night, and I'll be seeing you soon. So until the next video, bye-bye.